The air in the Pacific Northwest is different today, and it is not just because of the rain. We are looking at a pivotal juncture for the Seattle Seahawks, a franchise that consistently demands excellence while navigating the complex tides of the modern NFL. From the highest levels of ownership to the gritty, tactical decisions made in the draft room, everything is shifting. If you have been following my reports, you know the stakes are higher than ever before. Before we dive into these critical developments, if you love this team, please hit that subscribe button to join our community.
The conversation surrounding Jeff Bezos and his potential interest in becoming the owner of the Seattle Seahawks has reached a fever pitch. We have to look at this through the lens of organizational stability. When a billionaire of the stature of Jeff Bezos is linked to a franchise like this, it is never just a rumor. It is a signal of where the market is headed. The potential transition of ownership is the most significant event in the team's history since the Paul Allen era. If Jeff Bezos were to take the reins, the financial, operational, and cultural implications for the Seahawks would be seismic. Think about the infrastructure, the global reach, and the sheer capital that could be funneled into the team's facilities and personnel. From a journalist's perspective, this is the story that looms over everything. It changes the calculus for every contract, every coaching decision, and every long-term strategy the front office employs. Analysts are already debating whether a change in ownership would lead to a total overhaul or a continuation of the established culture that has defined the team for over a decade. The emotional impact on the fan base is palpable. There is a mix of apprehension and excitement about the sheer magnitude of such a move. We are talking about one of the wealthiest individuals on the planet potentially aligning with a championship-caliber roster. While no official deal is on the table, the background noise is deafening. This is not just about money. It is about the future philosophy of the Seahawks organization. As we keep a close eye on this, we have to wonder, how would this change the way the team competes in the NFC West? It is a question that every fan in the 12s needs to consider as we move forward through this offseason. The reality is that the Seahawks are a prime asset, and the interest from heavy hitters like Jeff Bezos proves that the value of this brand is at an all-time high. We are going to continue tracking every development behind the scenes, but for now, the mere possibility of this transition is enough to keep every front office member on high alert. This is the kind of situation that defines a decade, and the ripple effects are already being felt in the way the team approaches roster construction and market engagement. It is a fascinating time to cover this team, and the potential for a massive shift in leadership is something we cannot afford to ignore as we pivot toward our next piece of breaking news.
If you want to keep getting exclusive insights and the most accurate updates on the Seattle Seahawks, subscribe now and hit the bell icon to never miss a report.
Shifting gears to the roster, the Seattle Seahawks have officially signed Noah Igbenogany to a one-year deal. This move, reported by Michael Sean Dugar, is a classic example of the team's philosophy when it comes to low-risk, high-reward acquisitions. Noah Igbenogany, a former first-round pick, brings a specific skill set that the coaching staff clearly believes can be refined within their defensive scheme. When you look at the secondary, versatility is the name of the game, and adding a player with the pedigree and physical tools of Noah Igbenogany is a smart, calculated gamble. He has faced his share of challenges in the league, but the talent is undeniable. This contract is structured to give him a fresh start in an environment that has a strong track record of developing defensive backs. From a tactical standpoint, Noah Igbenogany provides necessary depth and competition, which is crucial for a team aiming to maintain an elite defensive standard. The coaching staff is likely looking at his athletic profile and envisioning how he can contribute in nickel packages or as a rotational piece that can handle diverse receiver assignments. This is not about crowning him as a starter on day one, but rather about maximizing the potential of a former high draft pick who is hungry to prove his value. The emotional impact for fans is one of curiosity. We have seen this front office turn overlooked players into key contributors before, and the hope is that Noah Igbenogany becomes the next success story. The salary cap implications are minimal, providing the team with the flexibility to remain aggressive elsewhere. When we analyze the fit, it is clear that the team wants to build a deep, interchangeable secondary that can handle the high-octane passing attacks in the NFC West. The intensity of training camp will reveal exactly how Noah Igbenogany fits into the rotation, but the immediate reaction from the league is that this is a solid depth-building move. It signals that the organization is not satisfied with the status quo and is constantly seeking ways to improve every unit on the field. As we watch his integration into the defensive scheme, it will be fascinating to see if the work with the coaching staff unlocks the potential that once made him a first-round selection. The narrative here is one of reclamation and opportunity, themes that often define successful seasons for the Seahawks. We are looking at a player who is essentially playing for his future, and that kind of motivation is infectious. As the team continues to reshape its roster, this acquisition serves as a clear indicator of their intent to remain competitive through strategic, value-based signings. But there's more to this story regarding the broader implications of his role.
Digging deeper into the acquisition of Noah Igbinoghene, we have to discuss why this specific signing reflects the current defensive philosophy. The Seahawks are building a unit that thrives on speed and the ability to adapt to modern offensive schemes. Noah Igbinoghene provides that speed in spades. Having covered this team's secondary for years, I can tell you that the coaching staff values players who can play man-to-man coverage with confidence, and that is exactly what Noah Igbinoghene was drafted to do. While he has had some ups and downs early in his career, his physical attributes are top tier. By bringing him in on a one-year deal, the team is essentially saying they believe they can put him in a position to succeed without the pressure of a long-term commitment. This is the hallmark of a front office that understands value. The historical context here is important. We have seen many cornerbacks find their footing in Seattle after struggling elsewhere, thanks in part to a culture that emphasizes accountability and technique. Noah Igbinoghene will have the chance to learn from some of the best defensive minds in the business, and that could be the turning point for his professional journey. The impact on the depth chart is immediate. With the injury concerns that plague every NFL team, having a player with the pedigree of Noah Igbinoghene waiting in the wings provides a level of security that is invaluable. When we look at the division, facing teams with elite wide receiver cores, you can never have enough depth in the secondary. This is a tactical move designed to bolster the rotation and ensure that the defense does not drop off when the starters need a breather. The fans should be optimistic about this. It is a low-cost, high-upside move that could pay major dividends by mid-season. As we analyze the scheme fit, expect to see Noah Igbinoghene utilized in ways that highlight his closing speed and his ability to track the ball. It is a perfect opportunity for him to reestablish himself as a legitimate playmaker in this league. As the offseason progresses, all eyes will be on how he acclimates to the defensive playbook and how he performs in competitive team drills. This move is a reminder that the Seahawks are always hunting for talent, regardless of where it comes from. It is a testament to the fact that the team's vision is built on constant improvement and the belief that the right environment can change a player's trajectory. As we wrap up these developments, the intersection of potential ownership shifts and smart tactical roster moves tells us that this team is in a transition phase, but one that is clearly aimed at staying at the top of the game.
The path forward for the Seattle Seahawks is clearly defined by bold decisions and a relentless pursuit of improvement. Whether we are discussing the potential for a historic ownership change or the tactical additions to the roster, this is a team that refuses to stand still. I will be here every step of the way to bring you the inside track on what is happening at the facility. What do you think about the arrival of Noah Igbinoghene? And how would you feel about a change in ownership? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. I am your insider, and I will see you in the next report.